How's it going everyone, my name's FallenDestroyer and welcome back for another Rainbow Six Siege video, and today I'm doing a full character breakdown for Pulse. So Pulse is a defender for the FBI and has a rank 1 for arm and a rank 3 for speed. This means he's going to be very agile and quick at moving from place to place, but he's not going to be able to take a lot of damage before he goes down. Pulse has two primary weapons, the M1014 shotgun and the UMP45. Now which one you take should depend on the map or the role you'll be filling for your team. So if you're staying on the objective then use the shotgun, and if you're playing as a roamer then use the UMP. When using the M1014 shotgun I would recommend you use the holographic sight. You can put a laser on it for the boost to the hip fire accuracy, but it's really not needed when you use it with a special ability. When you're using the UMP I would recommend you use the holographic sight, the compensator and the vertical grip. The UMP is slow firing for an SMG, but it hits very hard and has really good accuracy even at longer ranges, so you can use this to your advantage. So moving on to his sidearms, Pulse has a choice of either the M45 or the 5.7 USG. So I use the M45 for its higher damage, but if you want the higher magazine then go for the USG. And finally for his gadgets, he has a choice between barbed wire or a nitro cell. I would always say for you to take the nitro cell as it's the better gadget of the two, as you can use it to kill enemies and it's especially good at dealing with shield users. And you can also use it to open up walls and floors to escape or surprise the enemy. Pulse's special ability is his HB5 cardiac sensor, which is a short range scanner that picks up the enemy team's heartbeats and displays their location to you while you're using the device. Now take note that a scanner only does 180 degrees scan in the direction you're facing, and for each scan it takes 2 seconds, so you only get an enemy's location at the moment the heartbeat sensor picks them up. So if you're using it, make sure you're not somewhere you can easily be shot. There's also no point using the sensor until the enemies start, as you're not going to be able to pick them up. So use this time at the start of each round to reinforce the objective, and if you're planning on playing a roamer, then now is the time to move to a different location. But I would suggest if you're playing as a roamer, I find it much more effective if you team up with someone else so you can scan while the other person kills the enemy team. So using a headset to communicate with your team is essential if you want to fully utilise Pulse's ability. And if you're playing as a roamer, then approaching the last minute of a round, move back towards the objective so you can support your team from there. This will make sure you're not going to be surprised, as you'll be able to see where the enemies are attacking from, so your team isn't wasting time looking at a recently blown hatch, wall or window if there's no one there. And for those of you that stay on the objective, then make sure you're swapping between the security cameras and the heartbeat sensor to best help your team. Again, using a headset here means you'll be able to tell your team where the enemy's location is without having to scan them so you don't realise they're being watched. Again, using a headset here means you'll be able to tell your team where the enemy's location is. IQ will also be able to pick up your location while you're using a heartbeat sensor, so make sure you're in cover while you're using it, as you need to put it away before you can get your gun out. And Thatcher's EMP grenades can also stop you from using the sensor for a short time if you're caught in the grenade's radius. So I'd love to hear from you guys your thoughts and tips with Pulse, so just let me know down below in the comments, and if you're looking for help 3-starring situations, then look in the description for a playlist for the easiest way to do them. So that's it for this video. If you found it helpful, then don't forget to smash that like button before you go, and if you're new to the channel and want to subscribe as well, as it really helps me out. So until the next video, doodle pip.